Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Ed Froelich. I'm with Ocean Deep Fishing, and today is our tips and tricks of the month. This is going to be our September tips and tricks. So come on with me. I'm going to show you a couple tricks that I do to save a little bit of cash. This week's tip is going to be about making ice. So let me show you what we do to prepare. Alright, so inside my freezer you will see empty tomato juice jars, or you can use Gatorade jars. I also have water jars, and this is one of my biggest things I use when you need something sustainable, like for your fish box or bait box. This is what I want to talk about mostly over there. You can go to Walmart or whatever and they have shoe boxes, and this is exactly what this is a shoe box. They come with lids over there, but I don't use the lids over there. So, and they're stackable too, so you can get several of these if they fit in your freezer, and you can stack them up. And I like to freeze blocks of ice versus bagged ice for, like, if you're doing a 2-day trip, or for your fish. Like I have a fish bag you've seen on some of my videos. So I like to use these frozen jugs and blocks of ice because they seem to last a little longer than chunked or chipped ice. This is one I froze, but it's kind of thin because I was trying to do a quick one overnight, so it's kind of thin over there. You can see the thickness of the box and the thickness of this, so it's not very thick. So anyway, we'll put that back in the freezer. We're going to go fill this up at the sink, bring it back out there, and pop it in the freezer, and that's going to be one of my blocks. Just going to put this in here. I just fill it up with cold water. So let me show you, or let me shake the water so you can see it. So it's almost full to the top. I try to leave it like a ½ inch from the top, just because when it freezes it's going to swell up. I don't want it to crack my tub. Another quick tip, not related to fishing, but we have Hurricane Dorian that's out there spinning away. If you guys have a freezer, whether it's a deep freezer or an upright, to help save your whatever you have in the freezer, whether it be meat or anything like that, if you freeze these tubs or any water bottles along with the meat and everything else you have in your freezer, and you pack every inch that's space with either a product that you're going to eat or a water bottle or something, and you keep that closed after your power should go out, it's going to help you save that whatever's in the freezer for at least a day, if not 2 to 3 days along. So, and you can do the same thing if you had a Yeti cooler. Put all your meat and stuff in there and pack it to the top, as much ice as you can fit in there. Close it down, keep it inside instead of out in your garage, and that'll help keep your stuff frozen, or at least a temperature for 2 or 3 extra days. And then of course you'll have to cook it or whatever, so it doesn't go bad. So I'm going to walk this out to the freezer outside in the garage, stick it in there, and then I'm going to come back here and just show you how I bag my ice from my ice maker inside the house. Alright guys, so in my freezer, as you see, I have an ice maker over there. Typical ice maker, pretty much everybody has, maybe a little bit of different style, but anyway, that's where the ice. And then you can take whatever bags you have. I have Publix bags, if you got Walmart bags, if you got you can just get a garbage bag if you have enough room. I like to use this Publix bags because it's smaller pieces of ice, and I can rearrange it to fit inside the coolers. If you use a big bag, you got to have a big spot, so something to keep in mind if you're putting in there. But then I just put them in the bag. I'm doing this by hand, but if you had a second person, you could help hold this up over there and just dump it in. But I'm by myself right now. Sliding out over there so we pick it up. And that's it. It's kind of I just tie the handles. Just like that. So there is your bag, and then that'll fit nicely into the freezer. And then I leave a little bit in my ice chest just for drinks and stuff for the day. And every time that gets full, that's what I do, and I just put these in the freezer. Alright guys, that concludes this tips and tricks for the month of September. If you like what you saw, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Give us a thumbs up, and that notification button, don't forget to click that so you know the next time we upload. So look for our tips and tricks coming up in October. And until then, tight lines everybody.